Apes and apettes, welcome back to the channel. I missed something today in the technical breakdown that is massively important that I think every single one of you guys should be made aware about, and really I don't think anyone else is going to cover this. On a technical basis, there is a telltale candlestick pattern that just formed. And I can't believe I didn't see it, to be honest. This is one of the most well-known bullish patterns that can happen in candlesticks of all time. This almost always leads to a trend reversal and a subsequent rally. Most of the time in between 5 and 20%. AMC, much different, right? AMC is a different creature, a different beast, so it might be a lot larger this time around. Like we indicated in the last video, today was very good news. Very good news. And like this article from Investor Place says, mark your calendars for June 29th. And I think from now until then, you're going to see some smaller shorts squeezed out of their short positions by what? Cost to borrow rates, number one. But as well as a bullish rally in AMC stock, because I think that is coming after today. This court date really didn't go the way the hedge funds were hoping it would go. So that's the main part of what we're going to get into. On top of that, AMC officially today launched their Visa credit card. Now, this is significant for AMC for a couple of reasons that we will discuss here in this video. So let's get into it. Number one, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. And if you guys want to come trade with me live in real time, link down below in the description of this video. And thank you for the closer over here in the trading group, as well as Big Blue CNC. You guys have been around forever. The closer pointed this out, actually. And I'm glad he did, because this probably would have been missed, and I think this is something that deserves more recognition. So let's get into it, guys. I also did make a trade on AMC earlier today. If you guys want access to that, just link down below in the description of this video. Never financial advice, but can kind of give you a guide on what I'm potentially looking at, and can be another tool for you guys to use. So nonetheless, let's get into it. So if we look at this article, AMC Entertainment Holdings, Inc. shows promising hammer candlestick pattern. On April 25th, 2023, AMC Holdings showed a promising sign on its daily chart. A hammer candlestick pattern was printed, indicating that a potential bounce may occur. This pattern is characterized by a long lower wick and short upper body, resembling a hammer. Like, you can't miss it. I don't know how I missed it. You can't miss it. Typically, when found in a downtrend, it suggests a reversal to the upside may be on the horizon. However, it is important to note that this is a lagging indicator, as the next candle on the time frame being studied must print before the pattern can be validated. While hammer candlesticks don't guarantee a new uptrend, it does suggest that a bounce higher is likely imminent. Candlestick patterns can be a useful tool for technical traders to determine the future price direction of a stock. When combined with other indicators such as larger patterns, trading volume, relative strength, and divergences between RSI and price, candlestick patterns can provide valuable insights. The hammer candlestick formed on AMC April 25th, 2023 was printed on higher than average volume, indicating that bulls came in to buy the dip when the price dropped below the psychologically important $10 level. Now, let's look at this pattern. And you guys are probably going to laugh when you see this, because, I mean, how'd I miss it, right? It's this. It looks like a literal hammer. Like a literal hammer. And this was a good one. Now, what this really shows is the sellers are getting exhausted. That's what this is. The sellers are getting exhausted. Now, what this low wick is the low of the day. So if we look to April 24th, which was the day the hammer candlestick pattern actually formed, right? That was right here, meaning that you had a lot of selling pressure. It got exhausted to the downside. You wicked down, you hit this low at $4.64 per share and seen a sharp reversal towards the end of the day to close at the high of the day. That's what a hammer candlestick pattern is. And you can see the difference here. This was straight sells. This was almost straight buys to the upside. And on the downtrend that you got, right, during this intraday, almost halfway through the day on April 24th, you did not break a new low. You didn't even come close to that new low. In fact, from the trough right here intraday to the low, you were higher by 2.33%. That's substantial for AMC. And what has happened since then? The stock is going higher on, like this article said, above average trading volume. And what's going on now? Well, you got good news out of the courts today. So, this is very bullish. You got a hammer, and then you've seen a substantial green day today. Now, if this wick, this low of the day yesterday, were to actually hold and you closed at the low, that would have been a very negative sign. But indeed, you did not. And from the low of yesterday to the close of today, you're up about 11%. This is a very good sign. And granted, what happened with the courts today, delaying this until June 29th to June 30th at the very minimum, not to mention any recommendation from the magistrate, any potential action the courts are going to take, that's a lot of time. That's going to be very, very bullish. My personal opinion, right? You could expect quite a bit of bullishness over the next couple of days and the next couple of weeks. And this candlestick pattern does indicate that you're likely to retest that $6 to $7 range. As I did indicate in the last video, wouldn't surprise me to break above $6 to make our way to that 200-day moving average. Granted, we still have earnings coming on April 5th. Now, earnings are going to be the next big catalyst for AMC because a lot of people are concerned that, hey, maybe AMC will go bankrupt if this reverse split does not go through and AMC does not raise this capital. Maybe that could happen. I don't think it's a near-term risk like some people do because I do think earnings will come in pretty good. I think the free cash flow will be pretty good. And even on top of that, you're seeing new business routes or branches being spun off with AMC recently, like the popcorn business, like the credit card business, that I think are going to be very successful as well. So not a huge concern that I have. I think earnings can actually be a very bullish thing for AMC stock. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at this, AMC launches the AMC Entertainment Visa card. Moviegoers can now apply for the card that allows AMC Stubs members to earn rewards faster through everyday purchases. The AMC Entertainment Visa card, the only credit card of its kind in the U.S. theatrical exhibition industry, offers cardholders the opportunity to earn additional AMC Stubs reward points when they use their AMC Entertainment Visa card at the movies and on everyday purchases. Cardholders can earn 50 AMC Stub points per $1 spent at AMC and on the AMC app and website. Cardholders also earn 20 AMC Stub points per $1 spent on dining, groceries, and gas, and 10 AMC Stub points per $1 spent on all other purchases. Now, why is this a good thing for AMC? Well, as you guys probably do know, there is a credit surcharge that is paid, whether from you, a business, when you're paying, it's an added cost. 3% usually, can be higher, 3.5%, usually 3%, that credit card companies charge someone, right? Charge the business, really. And sometimes they pass that cost on to the consumer, to you. Sometimes they don't. but it gets paid. It's 3% to use a card every time you use a card anywhere. And what's going to happen there? Well, AMC is going to net that difference. The same way Visa and MasterCard do. Obviously, they're going to likely split it, right? Which would be Visa and AMC splitting the profits from those credit surcharges. But that is like an extra stream of income for AMC almost overnight. Obviously, it's going to take some time to ship out cards. It's going to take some time for people to get registered. But if you do have good credit, not a bad option, especially if you like to go to theaters. So, yeah, I wanted to put that out there. I think there's going to be a lot of good things talked about on this when it comes down to earnings. As well as that, this actually came out a little while ago. There's been other more, I guess, not really pressing things, but more pressing things, I would say, with AMC recently, with the courts and all that. We did not cover this as much, but I've seen a lot of talk about this, and I've seen this in person. This came from Adam Aaron. It says, in the early weeks, our popcorn has been selling briskly. Starting this coming weekend, AMC Perfectly Popcorn will start rolling out broadly on the shelves of 2,600 Walmart stores across the United States. I expect we will sell millions of units annually at Walmart alone. And then that's, I mean, the retailer of all retailers. You want to be an Walmart above anything else, right? So I do think this is a very positive thing. As you guys do know, popcorn is one of the best margin businesses of all time. It's like an 80 to 95% profit margin. And I think that's going to add to the numbers at AMC, and I think that's going to be an overall positive thing. And it's about that forward guidance, right? If AMC comes out and they say the same things that we're seeing here, that, hey, popcorn's doing well, people are getting this new credit card, which I do expect them to say, that's going to be a positive thing for AMC. And I guess one reason maybe shorts are not rushing to cover on their short positions in a big way today, granted, we're going to have over 60 days now until the next court date, is because there is still some people and institutions are concerned that maybe AMC will give us bad numbers on earnings, and there could be the potential to go bankrupt after this court process. Like, even if the judge does not let this reverse split go through and AMC raises capital, that would be a positive thing, right, for AMC, for this arbitrage trade, proving the hedge funds wrong. But if AMC fundamentally is in a bad spot at that time, what's it really matter? AMC's fundamentally in a bad spot. Why would I cover on my short position? So I think earnings will dramatically be important coming on May 5th. You're also going to get Apple earnings that do come out at the same time, which will also be very important. So a couple quick fundamental updates that I did want to give you guys. Now, on top of that, Google and Amazon, Google and Microsoft earnings. I don't know why I'm thinking Amazon, like just heavy on the brain, I guess, today. Google is up 3.72% in after hours. Microsoft as well, basically beating across the board on everything today. There was really no bad news that came from their earnings. It says Alphabet reports revenue and earnings beat for first quarter, and Alphabet did authorize a $70 billion buyback, and Google's cloud business turns profitable for the first time on record. Pretty good earnings there. Microsoft, earnings beat as cloud growth comes in better than feared. So I don't necessarily think this is going to be something that is a negative to AMC, but it's not going to be a huge positive in terms of kind of squeezing those shorts from their short positions as far as the collateral, because as these stocks go higher, the hedge funds don't have to pledge more collateral to AMC. If they were to have fallen quite a bit, and anything can happen on these earnings calls, they're just starting to get underway here now. And I believe Microsoft's is as well. I know Google's is happening right now. So anything can happen. But I don't really expect this to be, obviously, a negative thing for AMC. But that collateral crunch looking a little bit less likely, at least with these names. You're going to get Amazon and Apple. Those are stocks that are heavily collateralized for these AMC short positions as well. So a couple things to unpack here. I hope you guys are ready. Looks like AMC stock is going to likely rally into earnings. That's kind of my base case scenario after earnings with AMC. AMC tends to fall historically, and then they do tend to rally exponentially after earnings. Every single time it seems to play out that way. You fall into earnings, the day after earnings maybe, and then you rocket higher. Almost happens like clockwork. So, that is it for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. Like I said, if you guys want to come trade with me live in real time, link down below in the description of this video as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.